Hey, welcome to Real Savant. We've got all the latest movie recaps and reviews, with some sweet commentary to boot. Come hang with us and level up your film game. Don't forget to like and share our stuff, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss a review. Also, we are excited to announce that we will be reviewing the highly anticipated series, The Last of Us, for the first time on our channel. Stay tuned for our take on this thrilling post-apocalyptic adventure. In episode 1, we meet Joel, his daughter Sarah, and his brother Tommy, who are all trying to survive a fungal infection that's turned the world upside down. Unfortunately, Sarah doesn't make it, and we jump forward 20 years to find Joel living in a quarantine zone in Boston. He's a smuggler with his partner Tess, but things take a turn when they get mixed up with the Fireflies, a rebel group, and a girl named Ellie who's immune to the infection. Oh, and did I mention they have to fight off some soldiers and infected along the way? It's intense, people. In episode 2, we learn more about the origins of the infection. Turns out, the government really dropped the ball on this one, and there's no cure or vaccine. Ellie also gets bitten by an infected, but miraculously doesn't turn into one. So, Joel and Tess make a plan to get Ellie to their allies in Lincoln, Massachusetts, but it's not without some heart-wrenching sacrifices. And in episode 3, we meet two new characters, Bill and Frank, who have a complex and touching history together. Meanwhile, Joel and Ellie are still on their journey, encountering evidence of the government's horrific actions during the pandemic. And let's just say, the episode ends on a pretty emotional note. In episode 4, Please Hold My Hand, Joel and Ellie are taking a nice road trip through Missouri when they get ambushed in Kansas City. Joel is outnumbered and nearly choked to death, but Ellie comes to the rescue with Frank's trusty pistol. And let me just say, if there's one thing this show does well, it's badass little girls with guns. But the trouble doesn't stop there. The bandits are after them because they think Joel and Ellie might be in contact with a guy named Henry. So our dynamic duo has to lay low for the night in a high-rise apartment. And just when they think they're in the clear, Henry and his brother Sam hold them up at gunpoint. Just another day in the post-apocalyptic wasteland, am I right? In episode 5, Endure and Survive, Henry and Sam strike a deal with Joel and Ellie to escape the city together. But it turns out Henry has a bit of a guilty conscience. He sold out Kathleen's brother to Fedra in exchange for medication for Sam's leukemia. And when they finally make their way out of the city through some underground tunnels, they're met with even more trouble. A sniper is picking off members of the group, and when Joel takes him out, they find out he was radioing Kathleen's militia. Cue a horde of infected and some seriously intense action scenes. It all ends tragically though, when Sam is bitten and turns into a clicker, forcing Henry to kill him and then himself. It's heartbreaking stuff, folks. But episode 6, Kin, takes a bit of a breather from all the heart-stopping action. Joel and Ellie stumble upon a small community in Wyoming where Joel reunites with his brother Tommy and meets his pregnant wife Maria. Ellie learns more about Joel's past and his declining mental state, and he finally decides to take her to the Fireflies in Colorado. But of course, things can never be easy in this world. They're attacked by raiders on their way out of town, and Joel is stabbed. In episode 7, Left Behind, we find Ellie and Joel holed up in an abandoned warehouse. Joel is on his last legs, literally, and he begs Ellie to leave him behind. But Ellie isn't ready to give up on him just yet. Instead, we get a flashback to Ellie's time in military school with her BFF, Riley. These two girls were quite the rebels, causing trouble left and right. But when Riley reveals she's joined the Fireflies, Ellie is torn between her loyalty to her friend and her own doubts about the group. Oh, and they share a kiss before getting attacked by an infected. Casual, right? Moving on to episode 8, When We Are in Need. Ellie goes out hunting for food and runs into some unsavory characters, including a cannibalistic cult. Yes, you heard that right. David, the leader of the cult, tries to get all up in Ellie's business, in the worst way possible. But Ellie ain't having none of it. She ends up killing David with a meat cleaver, and let me just say, it's a pretty satisfying moment. Last but not least, episode 9, Look for the Light. We get a flashback to Ellie's birth, where her poor mom gets bitten by an infected. Rest in peace, Anna. And Joel opens up about his failed suicide attempt after losing his daughter Sarah. Fast forward to the present, and Ellie gets captured by the Fireflies, who want to use her immunity to create a cure. Joel ain't having that and goes on a rampage to rescue Ellie, killing everyone in his path, including some surrendering soldiers, which, not cool, man. He lies to Ellie about what happened and they head off to Jackson, Wyoming, where Ellie makes him swear it's all true. And he does. Because let's be real, he'd do anything for her. So there you have it, folks. The Last of Us is full of action, heartbreak, and cannibals, which is always a fun time, right? If you haven't checked it out yet, what are you waiting for? And if you have, let us know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more awesome movie content. Until next time, happy watching.